Ladies and gentlemen, as we speak today, as much as Nyamira County is a small county, its politics is so much complicated. I've done a video before and I showed you guys how it is happening in Kisii County. And I've shown you how things are getting complicated day by day as far as the gubernatorial seat is concerned. On this particular video here, I want to take you through on what is happening in Nyamira County. Nyamira County, it is equally getting complicated for Dr. Matiang'i and his team. Why? The seat is becoming so competitive and to settle on a particular candidate is very hard. Now, as we speak today, first of all, some could be asking, who is the governor of Nyamira County? Why is he not considered or staff? Let me take you through on this case of the governor of Nyamira County. This governor first got into the governor office when John Nyagarama died. That is around 2020. And after that, he got charge of the county for 2 years. He was in charge of the county for 2 years. And then an election came in 2022, where Governor Naribbo, actually as we speak today, was elected for the first time as the governor of Nyamira County. Now, ever since he got into power, there have been complaints in terms of performance of Nyamira County. Nyamira County has been accused of being a village, having a very incompetent governor who probably is not aware of what is happening. So many things that have been said about Nyamira County. Even we had demonstrations in Nyamira asking the governor to perform well. So, ladies and gentlemen, without doubt, it is that the governor is eligible to be on the ballot in 2027 and is depending on his re-election. But now it is becoming very, very difficult on the basis of these things. Number one, the issue to do track record. Now, people accusing Nyaribbo not performing. It is true. Most of the Nyamira County areas have not been done well. Roads have been promised, not yet done. Markets have been promised, not yet built. Let me give you an example of Keroka. Keroka, it was rescued after becoming a municipality, where we had World Bank releasing a huge amount of money of about 200 million to construct roads and actually be able to put up some markets there. That was the only thing that saved Amos Naribbo in Keroka. So the fact is, the money of the county was not really pumped to Keroka. There was no tarmac road in Keroka despite being among the largest revenue contributors of Nyamira County. That is just an example. That is a clear indication that there's a lot of money that was stolen from Nyamira County, but the people are there right now as we speak. Revenue is collected, the money is stolen. We've not seen hospitals being built with Nyamira money. We've not seen so many things done with Nyamira money. So therefore, as we speak today, the track record has been a big challenge to none other than Amos Naribbo. So ladies and gentlemen, Naribbo also, one thing that I have to tell you is this. He's from North Mugirango. North Mugirango has attracted so many politicians, including Walter Chanua. Chanua is working in Kinaro County as a finance officer, I think. This gentleman is so strong, rich, and is now actually getting into the people more because he's getting liked by far. And the clear indication is that he's probably going to beat Naribbo in his constituency, that is in his area of Mugirango, North and West Mugirango. So if he beats him, that means very well that for the first time, the votes of North and West Mugirango are going to be divided, making it to be difficult for them to present a governor in Nyamira County. As much as we have families dominating in the pastoralist community, especially Muslim community, in Kisii it is clanism. And that clan of Mugirango, North and West Mugirangos, these people have been dominating the Nyamira County because their votes have always been solely producing one candidate from that region. The one for Kitutu, they have always been divided because they produce 4 or 5 candidates at the same time. But for the first time, you're going to see that region being divided. And if any one of them is smart, is going to get into Kitutu side and get a running mate, or if Kitutu unite this time around, they're going to produce a governor, if they're not careful. Now, ladies and gentlemen, sincerely speaking, when you get these matrices going that way, Amos Naribbo is the one disadvantaged here. He does not have so many options because at the ground people have rejected him due to poor performance. However, I also feel that he has a chance because he has 2 years to perform. If he decides to work, he'll be the favorite candidate in 2027. But now, why is it difficult for Dr. Matiang'i? Why is it difficult for him? Number one is this. He has an option of supporting Amos Naribbo. But the first thing he has to do is to ensure that Amos Naribbo has performed. He has performed to be able to impress the people of Nyamira. But if he doesn't, despite Amos Naribbo being the party leader of UPA, a party that was started by Dr. Kengo Fred Matiang'i, then Matiang'i will have to kick him out. He will have to kick Amos Naribbo out. Either be able to bring and endorse another governor, more especially from the Jubilee side, which is the party that is likely to run with in 2027. So to kick Amos Naribbo out, it's not an easy thing. Because this is a person who can fund a campaign in Nyamira County and help Matiang'i by far. But according to me, my first option for Matiang'i should be this gentleman. Support him, ask him to work, and ensure that at least there's some performance that have been seen in the next 2 years that is going to be in office in Nyamira County. I wish I could work with this governor and ensure at least for the 2 years, whether he's going to be re-elected or not, at least he has served for the people of Nyamira County. Because I come from Nyamira, and when I sit back and look at what is happening there, I feel so disappointed. But I guess at some point he's going to be supported and be able to deliver for the people of Nyamira County. Number 2 thing that Matiang'i has to do is this: to subject the candidates to a nomination on his party. If someone is subjected to a nomination, then the people are going to decide who is going to be their governor under Matiang'i. And that is going to be very easy. But if Matiang'i decides to unpick somebody, then he's going to probably have an unpopular candidate at the ballot, and eventually someone else is going to be voted in as the governor of Nyamira, who is not his ally. And most likely this is Jerusha Momanyi or Walter Chanua or someone else who might emerge to be very powerful. Ladies and gentlemen, when I look at that kind of a scenario, this is what I'm able to tell myself. The organization of the Jubilee Party, if that is what Matiang'i is going to come up with, is going to matter a lot. If they decide to subject his candidates to nomination, he's going to be among the most democratic leaders in the country. But if he decides to unpick people, then it's going to be a downfall to him, because locally he's going to lose a lot. And it will be shameful to realize that he has lost the Nyamira seat, where he stays, where he resides. Dr. Kengo Fred Matiang'i has been Nyamira all through. So if he loses the seat of Nyamira, it's going to be a huge disappointment. Now, another thing that Dr. Kengo Fred Matiang'i can do is this: ensure that he has at least engaged the locals more. The people of Nyamira don't feel so much engaged on deciding some of the things so far. So if Matiang'i brings these people on board and tells them, bring me the candidate that you guys want, then subject the people to a nomination, I mean, even be locally available, that is going to bring the mood of deciding who's going to be for Matiang'i. In fact, if he engages the people are going to borrow and buy his ideas. And then even if he picks a candidate, the people are going to listen to him. But if he distances himself from the people, eventually the people are going to decide on their own, and there's a likelihood that it might not favor Dr. Kengo Fred Matiang'i. However, let me tell you one simple thing, ladies and gentlemen. Amos Naribbo was brought in by Dr. Kengo Fred Matiang'i, first to be in charge of his party, which they hugely and immensely disappointed him, because they brought lack of performance which does not reflect Matiang'i's character. Secondly, they killed the party because they did not market it on the basis that the party is being led by the people from Nyamira County alone and Kisii County, which is a huge disappointment. Thirdly, they did not even market it that much. It just happened recently, slightly, when Dr. Kengo Fred Matiang'i landed in the country. So the fact remains that Dr. Kengo Fred Matiang'i, he needs to organize himself, subject the people to a very good system so that he can be able to get the governor of Nyamira County. If it doesn't, it will be a huge disappointment. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is my opinion as far as Nyamira is concerned. But the comment section, share with me, because that's the best way you can be able to involve me. And at least I'm able also to know how to argue out my points every time I do videos. See you next time for more videos.